Hello, welcome to another episode of Worth the Calories, the series where I potentially waste my calories so you don't need to. Those little badges are precious, so yeah, we want to spend them on worthwhile food. We're starting off with some protein waffles. I'm a fan of a protein pancake as a good base for a breakfast or a cheeky dessert. And we've got a new contender that might take over from the pancake game. Yeah, some protein waffles. Anyway, I saw these in Tesco. They caught my eye. They actually caught the wife's eye, but she pointed them out to me. I was like, oh, we'll get those and we will try them. I'm going straight in, no messing. 6 waffles in a pack. Currently, I don't know when you're going to be watching this, but if you're watching this right now, they're currently £2 on Club Card. Per waffle is 113 calories for 5 grams of protein, which doesn't seem like a lot of protein for the calories. But remember, waffles are a carb. This is a carb base. So to get a bit more protein than normal from a carbohydrate is all good with me. And it's a rating here actually. Oh no, it's not a 6. Yeah, and I put this on my social media. I did sort of compare them to like a normal kind of Belgian waffle from Tesco. And for the same calories, for 2 of these, which is 226 calories for 10 grams of protein, for the same calories, a normal Belgian waffle for 226 calories would give you like 2.5 grams of protein. So if we compare them to that, they're pretty high in protein, aren't they? Anyway, how do we cook them? I'm hoping it's just going to be a toaster job, really. Let's have a look on here. Oh, hang on. Ingredients, no. Conditions, no. Yeah, we know how to store them. How do I cook them? Oh. Can't see if you're looking. It literally says just pop in the toaster from frozen. Right, I'm going to whack them in a toaster. I'm going to make a bit of a dish because I'm going to have them for my breakfast. I'll be back shortly. Right, I am back shortly, but not with pancakes because I'm going to do a bit of a 2-for-1 in this one because I'm going to do a bit of a breakfast dish with yogurt and fruit, and that fruit is going to be these badges, rose strawberries. Basically, white strawberries. I have no idea what they are. They're a strawberry nil. I know they're a strawberry, but are they meant to be just normal strawberries? Again, I've put this on social media. A couple of comments from people saying they're meant to be pineapple flavoured. I have no idea. Anyway, we're going to do pancakes and some strawberries. And we'll see if either of them are worth the calories. Here we go. We've got a dish, we've got a couple of waffles. They're chocolate chip waffles, by the way. I don't think I said that before. Chocolate chip waffles, bit of Greek yogurt, mix some protein powder, some chia seeds, some of those strawberries, and a bit of honey. This is 420 calories, 36 grams of protein, 5 grams of fibre for this dish. But anyway, we're only rating the waffles and the strawberries. Now, I'm going to try a strawberry. If the waffles are quite sweet, it might take the strawberry. I don't know why. Well, because the sweetness might make these more sour. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to try a strawberry just off the bat. All right. It just tastes like a strawberry. Absolutely no different than any other strawberry, really. They don't actually have loads of flavour, to be honest with you. They're not the best strawberries I've ever had. They weren't stupidly expensive. I think I got this Tesco Club Card price. They were $2.30 a punnet, something like that. Yeah. I don't quite know the point of those. They're just a strawberry. They're nice as a strawberry. And, you know, are strawberries worth the calories? Of course they are. 100 grams of strawberries is 30 calories. So that whole punnet there is like just over 60 calories. Yeah, strawberries are worth the calories, loads of fibre and all this, that and the other, but there's nothing that special about them. They are just a strawberry. If you've heard any different, are they just a rubbish rose strawberry? I have no idea, but yeah, I'll rate them, as far as strawberries go, 7 out of 10. In fact, I'm not even going to give them a 7. No, they're a bit tasteless. 6 out of 10. But strawberries are always worth the calories. Anyway, let's get into the waffle. That's the important bit. As my nan used to say, get your fighting irons ready. Let's go. Right, I'm going to try and get a bit of waffle without anything else on it first. Here we are. Right, let's try my concoction with a bit of everything. Ooh, really good with everything on it. They're really nice. Something, yeah, they're lovely. Something a bit different to a protein pancake, basically. Roughly the same sort of calories and protein. Maybe a little bit less protein than like the Aldi protein pancakes. But I might get these back in the freezer actually before they defrost. But as a base for a breakfast, carb base for a proteiny breakfast, yeah, same kind of as your protein pancakes. They're decent. Would I recommend eating them as a source of protein just on their own? Probably not. No, just they're not that high in protein for the calories. But as a base, yeah, for a high protein breakfast or a high protein dessert, and they are really tasty. They're crunchy, they're sweet, they've got a nice chocolate flavour to them. £2 for 6, so they're not ridiculously expensive. I'm a fan. Don't get me wrong, they've not absolutely blown me away, but yeah, I'm happy with them. Definitely a healthier option if you are fancying a waffle. I'm not saying they're stupidly healthy. What we're going to give him, Neil? Ooh, I'm going to go for 7.8 out of 10. They are worth the calories. Next up on worth the calories, technically, I suppose number 2, but technically no number 3. Technically, too many technicallys. Anyway, doesn't really matter, Neil. What we're going to be doing. Goldfish Madras Curry Sauce. If you're a regular follower of mine, you will know that Goldfish Chinese curry sauce is my favourite curry sauce. Everyone always comments, Mayflower is better. Mayflower is just as good in terms of flavour. You can make goldfish in about a minute or so. Mayflower, you have to cook the powder out in a pan, so it's not as convenient. Anyway, I'm doing myself a bit of a dish for lunch, and I've run out of the Chinese one, so that is making me use the Madras one. So I don't know. Like, I'm looking at the picture, and that looks like Chinese cooking, so I have no idea if this is still a Chinese-based curry sauce, or is it a Madras one, like an Indian-based curry sauce? I have no idea. I'm going to make some up, and we'll find out. Right, so here we go. In this cup, we have got about 25 grams of the concentrate with 100 ml of water. How I make it is 25 grams of concentrate, 100 ml of boiling water, give it a really good stir till the concentrate dissolves, ping it in the microwave for 1 minute, bang, you've got some curry sauce. This, to me, does smell quite Chinesey. Do Chinese cooking, or in Chinese cooking, or from a Chinese tech, do you get a Madras sauce? I've never heard of it. I've always had Chinese curry sauce. So this definitely looks more Chinese based as a curry sauce than an Indian style sauce. It does smell a bit potent, like it's got a bit more of a kick. Anyway, it's absolutely red hot. I'm not just going to drink a cup of sauce, by the way. I have made some chicken, rice and broccoli that it is going to get poured onto, which is my lunch. Anyway, let's give it a little taste. Okay, It's definitely got like a Chinese style, a Chinese curry. I can't get my blooming words out. It's definitely a Chinese style curry sauce with a kick, basically. So yeah, it doesn't remind me of like an Indian madras at all. I think it's just because what was confusing me is they do a Chinese curry sauce that is a hot and spicy Chinese curry sauce. Goldfish do, that has a bit more of a kick. This possibly isn't quite as sweet as what a Chinese curry sauce can be, because it can be quite sweet with a bit of a kick. It's a bit more subtle as a curry sauce, but it's definitely got a nice bit of heat to it. It's fine. Well, it's lovely, to be fair, right? It doesn't taste too dissimilar to the standard Chinese curry sauce. It's just maybe not quite as punchy in flavour with a bit more spice behind it. Anyway, 0 complaints from me. This is going all over my dish, by the way. So about 25 grams of concentrate mixed with 100 mils of hot water is 120 calories. So that's a little bit more than the standard Chinese curry sauce. But yeah, it's just got a bit more of a kick. I feel every time I've took a mouthful there, I feel my mouth is heating up. So I think when I've eaten it all, I think I'm going to have, a good bit of heat kicking about in my chops. Anyway, the Madras, would I buy that again over the original Chinese curry sauce? Probably not. But am I going to be more than happy to use the rest of this concentrate? Yeah. It's an 8 out of 10. 120 calories for all that curry sauce. For me to take a dish to another level is 100% worth the calories. Next up on Worth the Calories, we've been into the new barbecue section at ALDI. Yes, we are sliding nicely into barbecue season, and we've got 4 Souvlaki Chicken Koftas. These look right up my street. 132 calories each, 17.5 grams of protein, which ticks the boxes for me. It doesn't actually say what chicken these are made of, but from that kind of calorie to protein ratio, I'm going to say it's chicken thigh. It's not going to be chicken breast, which again is all right with me because chicken thigh is tasty and the macros are still pretty decent. You also get some tzatziki sauce as well. Right, I'm going to do some sort of like Greek-inspired dish. So let me cook these up and I will be back shortly to see if these are worth the calories. Right, the kebabs are done. This is what I've created. I've done like an open flatbread, salad, feta cheese, kebabby thing. But I'm not going to eat this. I've got a kebab sat here that I am going to try. They smell absolutely sensational. I've took it off its stick. Let's give it a go. That is absolutely lovely. In the pack, you also get some of this tzatziki sauce, which I have put on my salad. I'm just going to try a little bit. Another one of these kebab pieces. Oh yeah. That sauce definitely makes it. It's like yogurt, a bit minty. Oh, really, really good. Yes, I'm impressed with the... I knew they were going to be up my street. Really tasty. Decent protein to calorie ratio. Again, with a little bit of this tzatziki sauce on. Oh, absolutely lovely. I'm going to go smash my salad in. Are the Souvlaki chicken kebabs worth the calories? 100%. Oh, I need to rate them as well. 8 out of 10. Worth the calories. Yes. Next up on this episode of Worth the Calories, we're back in the grilled barbecue range at Aldi. So yesterday we did the Souvlaki Chicken Kebabs. Today we're doing the specially selected Caribbean Jerk Chicken Sizzlers with a Scotch bonnet jam. Yes, this is reach up me street. And what is it? Per 100 grams, 156 calories for 24.2 grams of protein. So we're going to be about 300 calories for nearly 50 grams of protein for half a pack, which is exactly what I'm going to have for my lunch today. Right, let's bung these in the air fryer, create a dish, and we'll see if they're worth the calories. Back in the lounge. I don't know if it was the last episode of Worth the Calories where I was eating my dinner in the lounge to do the second bit of the review. But anyway, the dogs are mithering me for food. They're nice and settled in there. So anyway, this is the dish that we've ended up with. We've got rice, got sweet corn, got broccoli, got some of that jerk chicken. 150 calories roughly for 24 grams of protein for a quarter of the pack. I've got half the pack. With my rice, with my broccoli and all that. Bits and pieces. Anyway, here's the chicken. Cooked to perfection. That's delicious. I've got a bit here. You get some Scotch bonnet chili jam with it. So that's got quite a bit of that on. Let's see what this is like. I like spice. I thought that would have had... Oh, hang on. Hang on a minute. It's got a bit of a kick. I thought it'd have had a bit more of a kick. But yeah, it's relatively warm. It depends what your spice tolerance is. But it is flipping tasty. Great little option just to bring a little bit more oomph to your chicken. These would be great on the barbecue. I've just done them in the air fryer for about 8 minutes because they're quite thin pieces. But yeah, the Caribbean jerk chicken with Scotch bonnet jam. I'm a fan of those, Aldi. Very, very nice indeed. 8.5 out of 10. Worth the calories, absolutely. Right, last up for this episode of Worth the Calories. And we're continuing with the kind of barbecue grill theme. And I'm hoping I have saved the best to last because we've got the hot honey barbecue chicken sizzlers. Yes, hot honey is all the rage at the moment. And I'm not going to lie, I can't wait to try these. Let's have a look at some dates. What we're going on with nutritional value per 100 grams, which is a quarter of the pack. I am having half the pack, is 166 calories for 24.8 grams of protein. So we're going to be at around about 320 calories for half the pack for nearly 50 grams of protein. That is pretty decent. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to create a dish. I might do what I did yesterday with the jerk chicken, to be honest with you. I might do rice, broccoli, sweet corn, and whack these on top. Anyway, let's get them in the air fryer, and I shall be back very shortly, and we'll see if they are worth the calories. Alrighty, here we go. I don't know if you can see that well, but we have got basically tender chicken scallop, is what it says on the packet, with a smoky barbecue crumb with a hot honey glaze. I've not done it into a dish because I'm doing something a little bit weird. Well, not weird, but basically I really fancy some noodles. So I've got like some kimchi noodles, which I'm just going to eat. And I'm just going to kind of have this on the side. Don't ask. You don't need to know. You just need to know if this chicken is any good. Right, got a piece of chicken here with a bit of the hot honey glaze on. Second bite of the cherry. That is really, really nice. But it's not kind of what I expected. It's not got that hot honey taste that I've had before where I've bought like hot honey in a... Hot honey, by the way, if you've never had it, it's basically just honey with a bit of chilli added to it, a bit of spice added to it. It's got a really strong smoky barbecue flavour, and the drizzle over the top, it's more like some sort of marinade sauce rather than like, you know, like basically just honey, but with a bit of chili in it. It's slightly different to what I was expecting, but it is delicious nonetheless. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. By the way, the data I gave, data? Is that the right word? The nutritional information that I gave out before, where I said it was 166 calories for 100 grams, that's wrong. That's for a third of the packet. So, we'll let me get it up on my phone. Half the packet, which is what I've got here, and I think basically that serves two, is, come on Neil, get it together. It's 291 calories for 43.5 grams of protein. And am I happy spending 290 calories and getting 45 grams of protein for that? Absolutely I am. So the hot honey chicken tendery things, is it chicken tenders? Chicken sizzlers. Worth the calories? Absolutely. 8.2 out of 10. Yeah, definitely worth it. How are we doing? That is another episode of Worth the Calories. I meant to do a sign-off when I reviewed that last bit of meat, the old hot honey chicken, and I totally forgot. But I'm sat here now, editing away, and I thought, do you know what? I need like a little sign-off piece. So this is what I am doing. Anyway, let me know as always in the comments, anything you've tried, anything you would try, anything you agree with, anything you disagree with. As always, yeah, that's it. Until the next episode. Well, not just the next episode. Till next time I see you, make sure you are bossing your weight loss.